Welcome back, friends. In this video we will see that how you can put together a presentation in PowerPoint in a short time. So let's start. I have opened a blank presentation. Over here, first of all, let me tell you some basics of PowerPoint interface. So on the top we can see a ribbon. It is called the ribbon, which has different commands. On the top we can see the menu, which start from file, home, insert, and so on. And under that, every menu option has sub commands. For example, if I click on insert, there are number of commands which are available related to this section. If I go to design, we have a number of sub commands for the design section. Then we have transitions, and then we have animation, slideshow, review, view, and so on. So this is called the ribbon, and above that, currently you cannot see, but this is called the quick access toolbar, which is just above this ribbon, and we can customize it as well. And in coming videos we will see in greater details, but for now just understand that there is a toolbar called quick access toolbar. And then over here we have on the left side we have a panel called slides pan. So over here this slides we add, it keeps on adding over here, and we can switch to any slide from here quickly. And on the right side in the middle of the presentation we have the main presentation area. So whatever slide we create, this is the main area that we put together our contents over here. And on the right bottom corner we have this zoom area, and then we have this called some options for slideshow. This is slide sorter, this is called reading view, this is called slide show, and the status bar as well. So this is a brief introduction of the interface of the PowerPoint. So from here we can put together a small presentation and see how quickly we can work on the presentation to make it in a short time. So this can be first slide, and generally the first slide is a title slide. And for example, if I want to put my title of my presentation over here, I will click here and I will give title of my presentation, introduction to computers maybe, and then the name of the presenter. So in your case here you can put your name. And the second slide, if I go to the home home option, and under that if I go to new slide and click on arrow, and we have different options of various slides. So this is title slide which we already have, and this is title and content. This is a section header, and this is the layout for two content on the left and on the right side. This is for comparison. If you want to do comparison of anything, you can select this layout. And this is title only, just title in the middle of top or middle of the screen. And this is blank, and this is content with caption and picture with caption. So whatever your requirement is, you select that layout and click to have the slide created. So for now I'm going to create the second option, which is title and content. So if I click here, you see that one slide has been added over here, and on the right side we have option to put the content. So first of all I will add the title of the slides. So it can be anything. I mean, I will just put it like type of computers. Over here we can see maybe desktop computers, we have laptop computers, and so on. And now this is our, for example, this is our second slide. If I again go here and I select another slide, maybe this one, to content. So over here let me tell you that in addition to these boxes, we also have this option. If I click here, just bring your mouse over here, so it allows you to insert table. So this option allows you to insert the chart in this area, and this allows you to insert smart graphic, whatever it can be, a flow chart or anything which is related to smart graphic. We will have a another video on this separately, but for now just understand that this is the option that available. And then we can insert some picture, we can insert picture from the internet, we can insert any video as well over here. So let me select this insert chart option, and it will bring the chart options, and from here I can select any type of chart which I want to insert. And on the right side we have subtypes of that that type of chart. For example, this is column, this is line, and this is pie charts, and so on. So if I go to select this column chart and the first one, and this is with dummy data, it will insert the chart over here. And now we can edit this chart over here. This is it provided us a basic chart, and from here we can edit it, and we will go with this dummy data. And I'll close this editor. And on the right side here I can just say the title of the chart as well. I can change it, and on the right side maybe I can have if I go here, I can go to online pictures, maybe whatever picture you want. I mean, currently it doesn't matter. I'm going to insert this picture, and it inserted a picture from here. And now we will also have a title of the slide. This is our slide 3, and I'll insert another slide which can be another title and content as well. It can be slide 4, and now you can see the different options. I mean, for this slide, bullet 1, bullet 2, bullet 3, and so on. And we can insert our last slide, which can be comparison maybe. So it is slide 5. So we have, for example, product A, we have product B. So feature of product A, so feature 1, feature 2, feature 3, and so on. And we can also copy this and paste this over here as well. So I mean, this is just a dummy data, just to demonstrate that how you can quickly put together a presentation in a short time. So now let's see that, I mean, we have our presentation, and that includes only 5 slides for now. And now this is a time to make it look visually look better, and to format it actually. So there are 2 options. First is that you manually format each slide. For example, you can right click over here, you can go to format background, and you can select the solid fill, gradient fill from here, solid fill, and if you want to apply any color, any background like this, and if you want to apply the gradient color, picture or texture, so whatever, I mean, your choice is, from here you can do that. So, and then you can also set the transparency of the colors from here. You can see the background if it is of your choice, so you can go with this option. And from here you can see, you can say that apply to all or reset background. So if you will apply to all, it will apply this color to all 5 slides. And if you select any pattern, and you can change that to and apply to all colors. So this is one option. And after that, you can adjust the color scheme of your text as well. If it is darker, and you can have some lighter colors on the of the text on the front side. This is the first option, that first option to format your presentation to give it a look, and so that visually it looks good when you present it. The second option is to select any built-in design from the PowerPoint. So for that we can go to the design menu on the top, and under that we have different designs available from PowerPoint. So if you click on this arrow, you can see the list of all designs. So from here you can try whichever design suits your taste. For example, if I select this design, so it will apply to all the the slides. So this design has been applied, and there is another thing that you can look on the right side. When you select any design, you can also see that there are a couple of variants for that design as well. Take your mouse over any other variant, you will see that the color will change. For example, this one, the green one. So if you want to change from this to this, you can just click here, and the change will the PowerPoint will make the change automatically to all the slides. And on the right side, you can see that when you apply the design, the PowerPoint also suggests design ideas for each slide. For example, for this slide, you can select this idea. If you go down, you have other options as well. So it says introduction to computers. It also has a computer icon, and similar to this, if you want to select this one, you can click here and it will change automatically. If you go to next slide, so similarly we have design ideas for this slide as well. So if you want to pick any design from here which appeals you, for example, if we click on this, so it will be applied automatically. So if you go to slide number 3, for this they don't have PowerPoint has not suggested in the design, which is fine. If you go to slide number 4, so we have these suggestions. If you don't want to pick any suggestion, just ignore it. It is not necessary that you have to pick any suggestions from these design ideas. You can go with your own design which is currently available. You go to design number 5. So for this there is no design available. Anyways, now this is, you can close this part, and we can see that we have our presentation more or less ready ready to go. So this is our title slides, this is our second slide, third slide, fourth and fifth. So there are a couple of other things we can discuss over here. If you see on the right bottom corner, you see that slideshow, or if you just press the F5 key from your keyboard, so slideshow will start from the beginning. So difference between this icon and the F5 is that this icon will start the slideshow from the current slide, and F5 will start from the beginning of the presentation. So this is the main difference between these two things. So if I click from here, so this is our title slide. If you click, this is our second slide. If you click, that's the third slide, 4 slides, fifth, and that's it. So now you can add some transitions to when you switch from one slide to another slide. For that, you can go to transitions, and here you have number of transitions available. For example, if you want to select any transition, like for example this one, wipe, this will look like this when it will, for example, if I go to this is how it will look like when you will present your presentation. If you come to second slide, you can have different sort of transition. For example, you can go for this push, and now from beginning. And third slide you can have anything like cut, and fourth slide you can have, for example, shape, and fifth slide you can have fade. And now let's see from beginning. If I press the F5 key, it will start my presentation from beginning. So this was my title slide, and if I click on the slides, this is how it come to the next slide. This is the transition effect we applied to the next slide. And if I click, this was our third slide. If I click, and this is our fourth slide. If I click, and this is our fifth slide. So this is how you can apply the transitions. You can have only one transition. For example, if you click on this reveal, go to the first slide and select any sort of transition. For example, this wipe, and from right side you can say to PowerPoint that apply to all slides. If I click here, so this particular transition has been applied to all slides. We can see this. If I press the F5 key, I can see that the same effect transition has been applied to all slides. Another option is that if you want to apply a random transition, you can do that. If you click on this arrow, you have this option, random. Click here and click apply to all. That's it. If you now go to the slideshow mode, you will see that PowerPoint will apply random transitions to each slides. If I go to next slide, this is the effect, transition effect as for the second slide. This is for the third slide. This is for the fourth slide, and this is for the fifth slide. So every time it will change randomly. So it is not necessary that one time you will have one effect on this second slide, and second time you may have a different effect when you will run it again. Another thing that you can do is you can also time it. You can say that for how long a particular slide should stay on the screen. After that time, it will it will go to next slide automatically. And from here we can say that on mouse click or on after some few seconds. If we say that after 5 seconds, if we can estimate for this slide, for example, that after 5 seconds it should go to next slide, or if we can say that 5 seconds apply to all slides, so after 5 seconds, if we click here, so I'm not clicking on any not pressing any key, so after 5 seconds it comes to the next slide automatically, and after 5 seconds it will go to the third slide. So these are the options you can try from the transitions section, transition menu. Another interesting part of the presentation is to apply the animations. So far we have been looking on transitions, and transitions are on the slide level. So you apply the effect on each slide, on one slide, different slides, on all of the slides. But when we are talking about the animations we apply on the objects within the slide. So each slides have different objects. For example, this has different object. This is one object, this is one object. And if I go to slide number 3, this is and one object, this is second object, this is our third object in this particular slide. And what we can do is we can apply the animation on all of these objects, and we can apply different kind of animations as per our requirements. For example, if we want to apply the animation on the title, we can do that. We can click on the title or any object on which we want to apply the animation, and then we will go to the animation menu, and under that we can see different animations available over here. We can click on the arrow key to have more animation options available. I can select from here any type of animation. For example, if I select the float in, so this is how it will come when we will go into the slideshow mode. We have couple of options when we apply animation. On the right side we can see that there are couple of options for that. First of all, we can see effect options. For a particular effect there are a number of different options. For this effect we can say that it float up, float down. By default it is coming from float up. If we change it float down, so it can come like that, so it looking good. We can change it to this. And secondly, we can also change options from here. So currently it is starting on clicking or pressing any key on the keyboard. We can also select with previous, after previous. If we have multiple objects, we can say that this object should appear with previous, after previous, but for now we are just keeping it on click. And from here we can increase the duration of this animation, and then we can have the delay between the animation. And similarly we can apply the animation on the second object, and when I click here the animations are active, and I can select any animation, for example this wipe animation. And from here I can select various options like from left, from bottom, from right, from top. So currently it is coming from bottom, which is fine. And now it is saying that as one object, a chart is coming as one object. We can say it should come by series, by category, by element in series, by element in category. So for example, if I am clicking here, so it will come like that. And if I select it over here, we can see these options. And now if I want to change it to after previous, so that would be good, that first this will come, and after that this chart will appear. And after the chart we can have this image coming with the chart, and we can have this image animation like wipe, and we can change it from maybe from right, and we can say that it should come with previous. So now if I go to the slideshow more, so by default nothing is here. If I click, so title will come, and then after that chart will come, and with chart there is a picture. So this is how we can make the presentation in PowerPoint in a short time. Thank you for watching.